I definitely thought for all of the families, of course. I mean, cancer is something that impacts so many people's lives and has impacted my family as well. And seeing my family go through something like that, even if it wasn't childhood cancer, just thinking about the families that are impacted by childhood cancer makes me want to be involved and put in as much work and effort and fundraising as I can. And seeing all of the families, reading their family stories, it's just really inspiring. And I want to do everything I can. And even when I was deciding to come to Penn State, I was like, oh, you go to Penn State and you are involved in THON. That's just like what you do. So I was super excited to come here and have the availability and option to make this sort of big impact.
First and foremost, during my high school year, there was a girl in our local community named Brielle who did get childhood cancer at the age of 3, I believe. And just rallying our community back home around to support her, doing anything we could, for their family. And then on top of that, moving that here, kind of transposing that, you really do see that as well. With whether it's with our families last year going out to Allentown or Harrisburg or anything like that. I think the first thing THON volunteers really provide is just hope, support, and then on top of that, of course, the financial lift of pressure and stress on families as well is such a tremendous and incredible thing that THON is able to do, and it really does support our families.
I feel like why THON has changed throughout the years, especially as I've gotten more involved. I've had cancer impact my family, and that's never anything that you would wish upon anyone. I THON for all of the kids who get so happy being in a room of college students just because they're getting a little bit of attention for a moment. And like I said before, I definitely THON to be a leader and be able to impact other people's THON journeys and just continue this hopefully forever and hopefully eventually, as we always say, like dancing in celebration. So even though the reason why THON has like changed over the years, it's only grown upon itself. It's never nothing, like I've always carried all of my reasons since freshman year with me until now. So
I came to Penn State as an out-of-stater. I didn't really know much about what THON was, but I saw a video and knew I just wanted to be involved in it, and immediately found my community and my family within it. I've been so fortunate, and I have such a close relationship with my siblings that the thought of anyone close to me going through what these families have to go through just is really tough a tough pill to swallow. But I think that we have such a great opportunity to fund this research to ensure that no one has to hear that their child has cancer, but also create these memories and lasting moments for these families, because we can't physically create the medicine to help them, but we can create those moments that they'll look forward to all year and can really just come to THON weekend and focus on being together as a family, being able to be kids and not worry about what else is going on in their lives. So I think that's the biggest thing, is just ensuring that everyone gets to have that positive experience, no matter what they're going through in life or their treatment journey at that point, and just making sure that everyone in those families feels welcomed, loved, and heard.
I feel like there's many reasons why I THON, but for me, it's to feel like I'm giving to something bigger than myself. I think that something unique about Penn State THON that people don't really understand if they're not from Penn State is just like how big and how vast our like work every day goes. So something as small as like our small actions lead to such a big impact on the families, and just keeping that in the forefront of my mind even when times get busy is why I THON, just to leave an impact on those families.
I originally got involved in THON because Penn State is huge, as you know. And it was a way to kind of make a smaller community within the bigger Penn State community. And from my time involved as a committee member, as an organization member, THON to me has always created a home, really, at Penn State, whether it's the relationships with other volunteers or families or kids that I've been lucky enough to meet. I think I really THON for all of the people involved, and the whole THON community, I think, is just a really magical part of Penn State.
I personally THON, I don't have like a super one specific reason. I honestly just fell in love with the organization the second I came here. So I'm a third year student. My first year was completely virtual, so it was super different. But even meeting on Zoom every week and not being able to have THON weekend in person, I could feel how passionate everybody was still, despite all the challenges that we had to go through that year. It was like there was nothing else I wanted to be doing except for that, even though we were in the midst of like so much uncertainty. The one thing that remained certain was everybody's dedication to this organization and the families and the kids. And that was something really, really magical for me. So after going through that, obviously I wanted to continue my THON journey the next year. And then being in the BJC for the first time in person last THON was like indescribable. I was like, I know exactly what I have to do after this weekend. Like, I have to apply to be a captain. I have to do more. This is just the most amazing organization I've ever been lucky enough to be a part of. So I THON, obviously, for the kids, for the families, meeting them is one of the best experiences I've ever had, and getting to interact with them is honestly very, very meaningful to me. And then just to see how magical the weekend is and what everybody puts into it is really, really inspiring.
I think it speaks for itself. Like, THON's mission is just incredible. So I think just being able to be a part of that and, kind of make a small difference towards such a great cause. I also just think the community that it creates at Penn State is just one in a million. It's just so amazing. And that is just something that I just love to be a part of and love to take on a bigger responsibility. I love all the people that you meet, all coming together for a common cause. And I just think it's such a great thing to experience. I'm so happy and so lucky that I've been able to be a part of it.
All the people that I know tend to say like that I always smile. And I'm a big believer that being a positive person and having a positive attitude on life can really change your life in some aspects. So being able to be a part of an organization that really helps families smile when they don't always get to smile is something that really inspires me. So I really THON to allow people to smile. That's my big thing.
I actually THON because it has given me a home at Penn State. When I got here my freshman year, I feel like I keep referencing back to it, but it was the COVID year. And I kind of had my group coming to Penn State, and that was nice to feel comfortable immediately. But it gave me a real chance to kind of branch out and meet new people in my life. And THON has given me something that I truly care about in life. Every person I've met through THON is amazing. All the families I've met through THON. I'm in an org, Surf State, and we have a THON child, Zach Schiffer, and their entire family is absolutely amazing. They're just incredible people. And I think THON is just something that brings together just the best people in the world. So I THON because it's awesome. I love it.